Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another episode in the Bundesliga career mode. This is episode number 83, and today we have two massive games in Europe and the league, and our first is against Marseille in the Champions League round of 16 first leg away here in France. As we come on the back of our 2-1 victory against Wolfsburg, we may be considered favourites for this game, but with our form this season being extremely inconsistent, this is a match which could go either way. The main positive for us though is that Angel Correa, who came off the bench and changed the complexion of the match in the last game, is fit enough to play from the beginning tonight and starts his first game since his injury. Can the Argentine inspire us to a solid win in leg 1 away from home? Well, we have aims of going far in this competition once again, so we'll certainly be hoping that's the case. So come on Hamburg, let's get a big win and make us clear favourites going into the second leg. Danilo down the right hand side, chips it over the top towards Sane, and if he can control it here, he could be away from Mendy. He's a quick fullback, but I trust Sane to beat him here. He's got the pace, he cuts inside, it's Leroy Sane, it's 1-0 Hamburg, and it's the perfect start to the game. 10 minutes in, Leroy Sane hits the corner flag in celebration, and the Germans take the early advantage in the tie. Great to see. Sane sent down the right hand side, had the pace to withstand Mendy's challenge when coming back, cuts inside, simple finish into the back of the net. The perfect start. I wanted an away goal. We got one inside 15 minutes. Sane's got it. Marseille 0, Hamburg 1. Batshuayi for Marseille on the turn, takes it around Eric Durm. Now Barada through the gap towards Lamina, who's going through one-on-one and spurns the chance. Wow, what an opportunity for the number 8 to equalise. And he couldn't even hit the target. Blazes the shot way over the bar, still 1-0. What a miss. And here's Sane down the right hand side with the fake shot to beat Mendy, who's struggling early on in this game to contain Leroy Sane, who's got the pace once again. And again, it could be the same result here. Sane cuts inside, finds Correa, and he puts the ball just over the bar. A brilliant chance for the Argentine to make it 2. He should have, but he couldn't hit the target, still 1-0. But here's Royce winning the ball back here, and he plays it through towards Julian Brandt, and Brandt back to Royce, and Royce towards Correa, and this time he will make it 2-0, and just after spurning a great opportunity to extend the lead, Angel Correa doesn't need more than 2 attempts as he finds the back of the net and doubles our advantage inside 30 minutes. We won the ball back with Marco Royce, a quick little ball inside towards Julian Brandt, and Brandt played it back to Royce selflessly. First touch, then picks out Correa, and a simple finish into the bottom corner. Very, very easy goal after Marseille cheaply surrender possession in their own half. You can't do that against our attack. Marseille 0, Hamburg 2. This is what we wanted, getting those away goals, putting the home side under pressure, making sure they'll have to respond big time. 2-0 to the Germans, a fantastic start. And here's Rakik for Marseille, and right now we're putting them under so much pressure inside their own half, and they keep on giving the ball away, and Holtby through towards Correa, and this could be free. Julian Brandt is 1-on-1, and he finds the back of the net, and Marseille's game plan has been completely undone because they've tried their very best to pass out from the back at every single opportunity, but the fact of the matter is they just can't do it. Their pass accuracy is high, but they can't always do it. Sometimes you got to hoof it, sometimes you got to go direct, because if you surrender possession, you'll get punished on the break when playing against a team like us. We're so clinical, we're so lethal, we're so pacey. We've demonstrated that in all 3 of our goals. Marseille 0, Hamburg 3, and this tie could be done by half-time. JJ loses out towards Durm here, and another chance on the break as Brandt's on the ball. He's got Holtby running down the right-hand side. He'll give it to him. Sane on the overlap. He picks him out here. It's Leroy Sane with a chance to make it 4. He holds onto the ball. He finds the skipper, and it's 4-0 to Hamburg. And talk about destruction. Talk about domination. Talk about execution. 3 minutes to go before the break, and I'm saying this right now, the tie's as good as over. We have been lethal, we have been clinical, we have been playing the type of football which we haven't been able to do pretty much all season long for reasons unknown to me, because this is what we're capable of when we are clicking. This is such a great Hamburg side, and you've seen me get so frustrated in recent episodes because we haven't been playing this way, and I know we're capable. This game already is showing the reasons why I believe that we are good enough to win the treble this year. 4-0 before the break in a Champions League round of 16 first leg away from home. What a fantastic first half this has been. Oh, great ball by Salah inside towards Barada, and Marseille are back in the game 30 minutes after the restart. and have reduced the deficit to 3 goals. Barada sent through. That was a really nicely worked move from Marseille as well. Very quick passing, and once Barada went through one-on-one, Cesar had no chance. So you can see right here, Diarra picks the ball up here, quick little pass inside, and a great through ball. A brilliant finish as well, right into the top corner. 4-1, maybe don't write Marseille off just yet. Great finish, they're back in the game. Here's Diarra for Marseille, tackled by Stendera. Can they get back in this game with 5 minutes to go as the header comes in and Valente is near post? Had to turn it wide for a corner. I got to say, despite the fact we have been a stronger side, Marseille, in my opinion, have done pretty well themselves to create so many chances, but fortunately, they just haven't taken the ones they've got. Good save by Cesar, and it's still 4-1. That was a good outlet throw to Luan as well. He's taking it round his man, and this could be 5 because he's round Diarra, and there's a man coming back, but Luan should be able to hold him off here. It's Luan. Oh, brilliant from Luan. Brilliant. And what a finish. And it's 5-1, and I'm going to try and run all the way back towards Cesar, but I can't because I celebrated by accident. And Luan celebrates. What a touch to beat his man. I didn't even use any skill moves, but he put him on the floor with a brilliant show of agility. A fantastic outlet throw by Valente to start a counter-attack. I've said this before, but his distribution is so underrated. He creates a lot of our goals from the back, and that was just glorious from Luan. That man went sliding further than Sol Campbell all those years ago. That was just unreal. Luan took him out, put it into the back of the net, 5-1, and Marseille was still in this tie, but after that goal, I think it's all over. 5-1, what a goal. Well, what a performance that was here in the south of France. An emphatic win by 5-1. A brilliant performance, is one of our best of the series, let alone season. And going back to the Volkspark Stadion, Marseille will have to score 5 goals. And I'm not one to be too cocky and arrogant, but the truth of the matter is, I feel as though we've got 1 foot at the very least in the quarterfinals. A great game, a fantastic first leg, a perfect one really. What a result. And I simply can't resist but watch this again. He just got sent flying. That was absolutely glorious from Luan. What a lovely goal. And you can see the stats here at full time as well. I did touch on it briefly before our 5th goal. Marseille did not actually play that badly despite us winning the game so comfortably. They had a lot of chances, but their problem was really they weren't the right chances. They took 8 shots, but most of them fell outside the area or right on the edge of it. They just weren't inside enough. And Valente made a couple of good saves, yes, but really for the most part, they didn't really create too many clear-cut chances, and I think we thoroughly deserved a win. Man of the match to me could go to any player, really. Everyone played well. Valente with a goal, not a goal, but an assist and a really good performance. Correa with a goal and assist as well. Holtby scored a goal. Royce got an assist. Luan got a goal too. So did Brandt getting a goal. But my man of the match is Leroy Sané for a 9.1, getting a goal and an assist, winning the ball back a few times, doing the dirty work as well as the offensive work too. Sané played well. He's my man of the match. And what a fantastic performance. One of the best of the series. I've been complaining, I've been moaning, I've been whinging, and I've been whining. We've been winning games this season, and as you'll see by the standings in just a moment's time, we're top of the table in the Bundesliga, we're into the German Cup semi-finals, and we're in the Champions League knockout stages. But this season, we simply haven't played well enough to my expectations and to my standards, especially when you consider the fact we've spent so much money assembling this Hamburg team. But in that game against Marseille, it was the exact type of performance that we need to see from this Hamburg side on a regular basis if we're going to win the treble. We need to have more games like that one where we dominate from start to finish, we're ruthless, we show no mercy, we're clinical, and we execute. A fantastic win by 5-1, one of our biggest and best wins of the series, let alone the season, and that puts us firmly in the driving seat going into leg 2, and you'd probably say now we've got 1 leg in the next round of the Champions League. Still following the game, as you can see the squad report and look at the standings as well. We are still top of the Bundesliga right now. The Champions League standings right there from leg 1 through the round of 16, and also the German Cup semi-finals to come as well. With 12 games to go in the Bundesliga though, we're still desperate to retain our title, and coming on the back of that fantastic win against Marseille in the Champions League, we now take on Schalke back in the Bundesliga in a 3rd versus 1st clash here at the Veltins Arena. It's a huge game away from home, where if Schalke Schalke win, they can go top of the Bundesliga by a point, and we could drop all the way down to 3rd place. But a win for us, and we could extend the gap at the top of the table to 3 points between 1st and 2nd, and try and pull away from the teams in 3rd and below as well. It's a massive game, but we're confident after that huge win, and I definitely fancy our chances of continuing the momentum and getting another big win here. So come on Hamburg, we're back in the league, but there's no reason to let up now. A big win against Marseille, let's have another good one here against Schalke and claim a big 3 points in the title race. Great tackle by Holtby, and now a chance on the break here as Royce gives it back to him as he gets up from a slide tackle and plays a brilliant ball through towards Angel Correa. It's a brilliant chance, and that is a red card for definite. Nastasic takes down Correa. He was the last man. He was going through 1-on-1. The Serbian can start walking. It's a straight red, and he's off. Schalke down to 10 men, 11 minutes in. Brilliant from Lewis Holtby, winning the ball back, getting up, playing a 1-2 with Royce, and then playing a fantastic through ball towards Correa. I think it was a 1-2. But anyway, great through ball towards Correa, who took it round the Stasic. He gets none of the ball, gets a trip of the man with the trailing left leg, kicking it up in the air, takes down Correa. Free kick, red card, correct decision from both occasions, and Schalke are down to 10 men. Incidents, not occasions, but still, free kick to Hamburg here, 14 minutes in, and a chance to open the scoring against the now 10 men of Schalke. It's going to be Valente standing over it, and I don't fancy his chances of getting it up and under the wall here, but I'll try and do it regardless. Cesar to take it. Can he find the back of the net? Yes, he... Oh! No, he can't. That was one of those classic football moments with the fans with the banter when they see the ball hit the side of the net and they think they've scored, and then the opposition fans taunt them afterwards with the sarcastic cheers. You can all do that to me. I thought Valente had scored his first free kick goal of the season. He hasn't. Dox is a moron, still 0-0. And Belander is put under pressure by Holtby, who once again wins it back for us. He is just the interception king as he plays the ball long towards Danilo. And our possible chance here is Sane is sent down the right hand side, and we have space as Aogo comes across, but I fancy Sane to beat him in a foot race. He cuts onto his preferred left foot. Big tackle by Aogo, but Sane recovers, finds Danilo, takes it round his man, inside the area, and that could have and probably should have been 1-0. Poor finish. So the second half begins, we're still deadlocked at 0-0, and with Schalke down to 10 men, at some point we've surely got to make the man advantage pay, and as Coutinho robs his man here, we could make him pay straight away as the second half begins. Coutinho through towards Holtby, and the skipper is 1-on-1, and it should be 1-0, and it's saved by Giefer. I began to panic a little bit as Schalke got back on defence. Holtby didn't have the pace to outpace them all, and have a, well, he got a free shot of goal, but with a man putting the pressure on, and unfortunately, Giefer made a, not a simple save, but a good one, but one which was relatively comfortable for him because the shot didn't have too much power and wasn't right in the corner. A great chance, but it's still 0-0. That's a great ball by Correa and a brilliant finish by Holtby. And just as I said that, this time the skipper takes his chance and makes it 1-0. So I just messed up literally seconds ago, but for that one we don't. And what a ball by Angel Correa, usually the guy that finishes the chances. But what a sensational through ball from the Argentine. One touch, threads the needle. There's Holtby on the weaker right foot. And I must say, Giefer, who just made a pretty smart save, probably should have stopped that one. At his near post, Holtby's weaker foot. It was a powerful strike, but he can't keep it out. It's Schalke 0, Hamburg 1. The skipper's got the goal to separate the sides. What a through ball though, and what an assist. Here's who cheated down the right hand side for Schalke as they try and get back in this game. Cross to the far post is a good one, and Valente makes a great save to deny Icardi, and Sane and Saul will get it away together down his right hand side. Brilliant stop by Cesar there. That's Schalke's first attempt of the game. Cesar had to be alert on his toes, and he was. Very, very good save as it is still 1-0 as Correa. I wanted to shoot from a tight angle, try and catch the goalkeeper out again. Tackle by Hoover there as he got an air swipe there, Correa. And the score remains at 1-0 to Hamburg as the corner finds Royce, and the shot is blocked, and Saul can't find a shot at goal, but Royce can, but Giefer makes the save, but Danilo turns in a rebound, and now it's 2-0, and we put ourselves 2 goals up just past the hour mark, and with half an hour to go, we could be set for a big 3 points in the title race. Giefer made a very good save, but just like the first goal, seconds afterwards, he's beaten at his near post, but for this goal, he can't can't take any to blame really. Royce's shot blocked, but then Saul's was tackled. It fell back to Royce. Brilliant save, but just as he gets back to his feet, Danilo's there to latch onto the loose ball and cannon it in at the near post for his first goal in the Bundesliga. Schalke 0, Hamburg 2, and we should be on course for a big 3 points. Well, it's been a good performance, equally as good as the Marseille game. We may not score 5 again, but this should be a very, very solid win for us. And as the season comes towards the business end, we're going to need these big 3 points in these big games. And here's Werner off the bench here. Can he score his first goal in a while when he's round Uchida? And it should be free. And it is. Timo Werner has scored. It's 3-0 to Hamburg. And this is what we want to see. Timo Werner has been struggling this year. We know that. We knew that in the last episode. But he's come off the bench and literally scored with the first chance he's got. Taking it round Uchida. Nice little turn. And a really good finish as well. Werner with a goal. The number 19 gets goal number 1 in the Bundesliga. Good to see him find the back of the net. Schalke 0, Hamburg 3. And that just sums it up. They get the ball straight away from kickoff. And now it could be through again here. Royce through to Danilo. Going to go for goal from range. Why not? And Werner wins a corner. So Schalke really have not done themselves any favours after the red card. Some teams actually play better sometimes with a man disadvantage. But for Schalke's case, they've been very, very poor. Royce with a corner into the centre. Headed away by Choupo-Moting. Back towards Royce. And he'll give it towards Werner on the edge of the area. Just scored our 3rd goal. He finds Danilo. Space to shoot on the volley. Wide the post. 12 minutes to go, the points are all but secure. Can we hang on to our clean sheet though, like we couldn't do in France as Icardi gets sent down the left hand side. Now Choupo-Moting crosses to the far post, a good ball too, and Hoga hits the post, and Saul will give it to Danilo. So a good chance there for Schalke to give themselves a glimmer of hope, but Hoga hits the woodwork, and it's still 3-0. And what a ball that was towards Timo Werner, who cuts inside for his 2nd of the game. No great save by Giefer, and turn behind for a throw. Torres Gomez heads it on towards Royce, and Royce will look for Coutinho here, and Coutinho trying to take it around his man, and does, and plays it inside towards Royce, and Royce could make it 4-0. Oh, brilliant save by Giefer at his near post on the one-on-one, denying Royce and preventing this from getting a bit embarrassing. And that will do it. Final score here at the Veltins Arena. Schalke 0, Hamburg 3. Once they went down to 10 men inside the opening 15 minutes, it was always going to be tricky for them. And just like in the game away in France against Marseille, we executed our game plan perfectly. We knew how to get the win, and we did. So 3-0 the final score. A great win. Great to get fantastic back-to-back wins as well for the first time in a while. 2 really solid results against really good teams in big games. A great win, and I'm delighted. And talk about being confident when going forward to shoot. 19 shots in the entire game and 11 on target. Shades of the Benfica game last season for those that watched that episode. 19 shots, that's brilliant. See, this is what we need to do more. Take more shots, even though a lot of them do come from outside the area. Take the shots, have a go, have a pop, see if you can score. So 3-0 the final score, dominant to say the least. And man of the match to me, well, Giefer could get it for a few really good saves despite letting in 3, but my man of the match is Lewis Holtby. Scored a goal, controlled the midfield as per usual. The skipper is so valuable to this team. A great performance, a great team performance, a great win as we stay top of the table. And that will end today's episode in my Bundesliga career mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you have enjoyed today's episode, then please leave a like. Likes are of course much appreciated and it really helps the channel grow as well. You don't have to leave a like if you don't want to. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode in my Bundesliga career mode very soon.